Let's talk about it. We might as well talk about it. Big Cass.
Yeah. Big Cass got his release from WWE after 7 years under contract.
Enzo 6 months earlier.
Enzo in January got his release.
Big Cass get his. So many rumors flying around, man, as far as, I think, the story, of course, is Big Cass, but I think the story is bigger than Big Cass. I really do, because just say, for instance, back in the day, you didn't tell anyone who you voted for.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a secret,
You don't talk about religion and politics.
You don't bring stuff like that together.
Don't bring it up.
But because we got to be friends. And we don't want to even have to. That's something that you got to deal with inside yourself. It's just like, I have nothing. I'm not homophobic or anything like that. But when gay people come out, I be like, man, you didn't have to tell me that because I'm going to still give you a hug.
It's cool with me.
No matter what. I don't, it's not my business. So when people do certain things, they literally become vulnerable, and not really keep their eye on the prize as far as what's really at stake here. My livelihood, it's all about, at the end of the day, I think, taking care of your family, going out, doing the work and taking care of your family, going out and doing the job, like my brother said, Stevie Ray, to the best of your ability, to something better come along, to something better come along, and I say that because it's very, very simple. We are all in the entertainment business. If you want to be, running a publication, do that over there. Get another job, But Twitter, that right there can ruin one's life. Going on Twitter saying something.
Roseanne Barr lost her whole show.
Lost millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Over saying something stupid, man. And there again, that's her right. That's her belief. She can do that. But then there is consequences and repercussions. And in 2018, if people don't understand the smallest little bitty things, what do they say? Mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
That's what could happen. So Big Cass, there again. I like the guy. I didn't, I never knew anything about his, beliefs as well as the Trump thing or anything.
And so to let people know who are listening, the rumor was that the Big Cass wasn't so well liked by some of his cohorts because he was very, very outspoken about his support
wait a minute.
For the president, Donald Trump.
Maybe that was part of it, but my thing is this here.
That was a rumor.
My thing is this. This is what I've always said. And I've been one of the boys. I had to work in that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I might have had heat with some of the boys, at certain times, throughout my career, But if I went out and performed in the ring, all of that, overshadowed and trumped everything else, your performance, if you're on time, if you, ready to go as far as, guys need you for a promo seg. They're not looking all over for you. Hey, Book, I need you to go, do a tour for me on sale this week. Oh, man, I'm going to be, I had a party going on or something this week. Everything comes into play as far as being around or not, being a general or being a private. I want to be a general, so I'm going to always be on time. I'm always had a haircut, you know what I mean? I had the shoes spit shined, you know what I mean? The tie is going to be right. All of the metals is going to be straight. You know what I mean? The bed, you know what I mean? Everything's tucked. You know what I mean? And when you don't take care of your business, this is what could happen to you. When you go out there thinking that, I talk to my young guys at Reality of Wrestling all the time. At the end of the night, we have a conversation. And my point, just about every month, almost just about every month, that it's never about them. It's always about the show. At the end of the day, if you go out and just do your part and the next guy do his part, The next guy do his part, so forth, so on. At the end of the day, we'll have a great show, and next month it'll be more fans here to watch you guys. And some people just don't get that.
Yeah, and I think also, though, so to go back to the big cast thing, do you think, though, him being out, do you think that was the only factor that came into play? Was the fact that he was outspoken about his politics? Because that doesn't sound. Now, hold on. I've never been in the locker room. I don't know how it is back there, but I think that just kind of sounds crazy to me.
The thing is, it could be a bunch of things. But
it's a contributing factor, maybe.
But my point is this. When it get to that point, it ain't something that everybody else is doing. It's something that you're doing. It really is. You know, I've been around for many, many years in the business, and I knew as long as I went out and performed and thought about that, you know, look here, this, you know, I never had you know, me and Charmel, we got married. I can say that, you know, but it was in the twilight of my career. I was literally, you know, almost 40, you know, and, you know, me and Charmel, that was the first woman I ever, you know, thought about talking to. And if you know, listen to Charmel, she thought I hated her the first time, you know, we met.
Because you were all business.
I was always all business. You know, when I was in my 20s, you know, and in my 30s, I was thinking about, you know, man, I gotta make my mark, and I gotta do it now. I can't, you know, get married or anything like that and let that slow me down. With, you know, with one of the, you know, the women that I got to work with, because I know exactly what it's gonna lead. You know, so I was always thinking about going out there and performing, and that only. And I just think these young guys, you know, they it's easy to get caught up. You know, it's easy to you know, easy access. But when you lose focus, you know, when you lose your train of thought for 1 second, when you take those blinders off, you know, anything could happen, man. When you start thinking it's a party, you know, opposed to you putting your suit and tie on and you going to work